I was not born a thief. I was born hungry, hungry for survival, for recognition, for something to dull the ache of being forgotten. The world taught me early that mercy was rare and kindness weak, so I learned to take before I was taken from. Each stolen coin hardened my hands, each broken law silenced my conscience a little more. I told myself I was only doing what life demanded, but deep down, I knew I was becoming something I could no longer escape. Sin has a way of wrapping chains in excuses, and before I realized it, I was no longer running my life, I was being dragged by it. The day they caught me, there was no fight left in me. The sentence came swiftly, cruelly, like a hammer striking stone: crucifixion. Death by shame, death by pain, death in public. As they dragged me toward Golgotha, the sky seemed heavier than usual, as though it already knew what my body was about to learn. I did not pray. I did not hope. Men like me did not expect forgiveness. We expected endings. I thought this cross would be my final punishment. I did not know it would become my final invitation. They placed him between us. Another condemned man, stripped and bleeding like the rest of us, yet different in ways I could not explain. His silence was louder than our curses. While we spat insults at the crowd, he looked at them with eyes that held no hatred. When the nails tore through his hands, he did not scream the way I did. Instead, he whispered words that pierced deeper than iron. "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Forgive them? Who prays for their killers while hanging between heaven and earth? The crowd mocked him, calling him king, savior, liar. Soldiers gambled for his clothes. Priests sneered. Even my fellow criminal joined in, mocking him through blood-filled laughter. I wanted to join too. Anger is easier than reflection, but something in his suffering stopped me. He was dying like us, yet he carried himself as though he had chosen this cross, not been sentenced to it. As I watched him struggle for breath, I realized something terrifying. I had never seen innocence suffer so willingly. And for the first time in my life, my heart felt exposed. Pain strips a man bare. With every breath, memories flooded my mind. Faces I had hurt, lives I had scarred, chances I had wasted. I looked at the cross beside me and saw myself clearly for the first time: guilty, deserving, broken. Then I looked at him again, and saw something I was not prepared for. Purity, purpose, love that refused to die even while his body was. In that moment, the truth became undeniable. He was not here because he deserved it. He was here because I did. I turned to the other thief and rebuked him, my voice trembling through agony. "We are punished justly," I said. "But this man has done nothing wrong." Then I looked at Jesus, not as a criminal, not as a myth, but as my last hope, and whispered the most dangerous prayer of my life.
Lord, remember me
when you come into your kingdom. I did not ask to be saved from the cross. I did not ask for my life back. I asked to be remembered. And in that moment, heaven leaned close. He turned his head toward me. His face was bruised, his eyes swollen, but when he looked at me, I felt seen in a way I never had before. Not judged, not condemned, seen. And with a voice steady enough to shake eternity, he said, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise."
My Lord, I am here.
Today, not after penance, not after repayment, not after I proved myself worthy. Today, the pain did not stop. The nails remained. Death still came, but everything had changed. The cross that was meant to end me had become the doorway into mercy. I realized then that heaven was never earned, it was received. In my final moments, as darkness covered the land and the earth trembled, I understood grace. I had lived a lifetime of sin, yet in a single moment of surrender, love had outrun my past. If you could hear my voice now, know this: it is never too late. I met Jesus at the end of my life, but you are meeting him while breath still fills your lungs. Do not wait for a cross to soften your heart. Do not wait for pain to teach you what love already offers. I had nothing to give him, no future, no restitution, no time, and still, he gave me everything. The same mercy that reached me in my final hour is reaching for you right now. The cross still stands, not as a symbol of shame, but as proof that grace is greater than guilt. I was a criminal, a failure, a man with no legacy, yet my story lives on because forgiveness spoke louder than my sins.
My Lord,
If Jesus could carry my soul into paradise with bloodied hands, he can carry yours too. Look to the cross. Listen to his voice.
Subscribe for more content.